To all the grown-ups listening, it's almost time to turn your home into a 7-day nature adventure filled with scavenger hunts, hands-on activities, and amazing discoveries. In just 6 days, you can sign your family up for Curious Camp. It's an at-home, interactive, self-paced, and screen-free week-long experience hosted by me. For more information, visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com/camp. How do sharks sleep while swimming? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, guess what sea creature I touched the other day? You're not going to believe this. I touched a shark! It's true! I was at an aquarium with my kids, and they had this pool outside that you could put your hand in. And the inside of the pool had a shark in it. And they told me it was okay to put my hand in the water when the shark went by. So I did, and I touched his fin! It was so cool. As I watched that shark swim around, I wondered, how do sharks sleep? It's got to be a little different than you and me, right? And that reminded me that I got a question from a kid in the Curious Kids Club named Jonas. Jonas was curious.
Hi, Josh. My name is Jonas, and I want to know, why do some sharks don't sleep?
Do some sharks not actually sleep? Let's figure it out today. This is such an interesting question because, see, sharks don't sleep the same way that humans do. Think about when you go to sleep. You lie down, close your eyes, and then you are just very still for a long time, for many hours. Sharks are a little different. They don't need to close their eyes to sleep the way we do. Many sharks have eyelids or other structures that protect their eyes, and some may close their eyes while resting, but scientists can't tell whether a shark is asleep just by looking at its eyes. And many kinds of sharks never lie down the way we do. So, do they sleep? Well, we know that at least some sharks sleep. Other species have periods of reduced activity that may allow them to rest, but their sleep is much harder to study. Some sharks can stop swimming and rest on the ocean floor. Kind of like people, except we don't sleep underwater. On some sharks, you may notice a small opening just behind each eye. It almost looks like the shark has a little extra nostril back there. Those openings are called spiracles. Can you say spiracles? They allow water to enter behind the eyes and flow through the shark's gill chambers, helping some sharks breathe while resting on the ocean floor. Pretty cool. A shark's gills are the organs that remove oxygen from the water, just like our lungs remove oxygen from the air. Now, some sharks can also use muscles in their mouth and throat to pull water through the mouth and push it across their gills, even while the shark is staying still. This is called buccal pumping. Can you say buccal pumping? Now, as for the sharks that move while they rest, some sharks are called obligate ram ventilators. Can you say obligate ram ventilators? They swim forward with their mouths open so that water continually flows over their gills. Those sharks need to keep moving to breathe properly. This is where the idea that some sharks never sleep comes from. scientists still don't know exactly how those sharks that are moving are sleeping. One possibility is that part of the brain rests while another part remains active enough to control swimming. That happens in some other creatures, but it's yet to be proven in sharks. Researchers have observed white sharks slowing down and swimming in circles and facing into currents in ways that might allow them to conserve energy while water continues flowing across their gills. Those behaviors could be connected to rest or sleep, but again, scientists need measurements of the shark's brain activity before they can know for certain. And that's kind of a tough thing to do. Sounds pretty risky. So, how can sharks keep swimming without thinking about every tail swish? Well, swimming is controlled by networks of nerve cells in the shark's body and spinal cord that can produce a steady side-to-side motion. The brain can still guide where the shark goes, but the basic swimming pattern doesn't require the shark to consciously think, "Move my tail. Now move it again. Now move it again." We humans actually have something similar. You don't have to think about every single breath you take. Your brain automatically keeps your breathing going while you sleep, or even during the day. Unless you're thinking about breathing, your body just does it on its own. Some of the body's most important jobs happen automatically. There are more than 500 kinds of sharks, so there isn't just one way that they all rest. For example, a nurse shark may spend hours resting quietly on the ocean floor. But a continuously swimming shark, such as the great white, may have periods of reduced activity while it keeps moving. But scientists are still trying to determine exactly when those sharks are actually asleep. So yes, we know that at least some sharks sleep. Other sharks clearly have quieter periods of activity, but we're still figuring out exactly how sleep works for species that just keep moving. It's one of the mysteries of our world that we are still curious about. Okay, let's have a quick quiz and see what we learned today. What body part helps sharks take oxygen out of the water? Their gills. And what are the small openings behind the eyes of some sharks called? They're called spiracles. And why do some sharks have to keep swimming? They need water flowing across their gills to get enough oxygen. Let's play true or false. True or false? All sharks close their eyelids when they sleep. No, that's false. True or false? Some sharks can rest while continuing to swim. That is true. True or false? Gills take oxygen from water. That is true. True or false? Every shark rests in exactly the same way. That is false. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or have a huge aquarium in your house? This is actually a tough one for me. If I could breathe underwater, I could basically go explore the Earth's aquarium in the ocean. But some of those sea creatures can be kind of dangerous. I don't know if I want to be that close to them without some glass protecting me. So maybe I'll go with the huge aquarium in my house. That sounds pretty cool too. Okay, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I help take oxygen from water. Water flows across me as a fish moves. And I'm found on the sides of fish. What am I? I am Gills. Today we learned that sharks don't all rest the same way. Some sharks settle down on the ocean floor and may use spiracles or pump water through their mouths to keep water flowing across their gills. Other sharks need to keep swimming to breathe, and scientists are still studying exactly how those sharks rest or sleep while they're moving. There are hundreds of kinds of sharks, and different species have different ways of resting. But whether they're resting or awake, the only place I want to be near a shark is at the aquarium. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got some birthdays today. Trip from Colorado is turning 7. Happy birthday, Trip. Van from Idaho is turning 6. Happy birthday, Van. Amal from Canada is turning 7. Happy birthday, Amal. Stella from Texas is turning 6. Happy birthday, Stella. Hughes from Georgia is turning 6. Happy birthday, Hughes. Sawyer from Texas is turning 6. Happy birthday, Sawyer. Ethan from New Jersey is turning 7. Happy birthday, Ethan. Tate from Indiana is turning 8. Happy birthday, Tate. Zoe from California is turning 8. Happy birthday, Zoe. Sloan from Maryland is turning 6. Happy birthday, Sloan. Levi from Illinois is turning 6. Happy birthday, Levi. Thomas from Texas is turning 5. Happy birthday, Thomas. Jory from Maryland is turning 8. Happy birthday, Jory. Luca from Washington is turning 6. Happy birthday, Luca. And it's Johnny's birthday too. Happy birthday to Johnny. Johnny is turning 8. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.